What's up, everybody? Dead Girl here. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I'm having a great one. I wanted to, first of all, say hello. It's been a while since we've done this type of show. We've got some friends coming on. We're going to be talking about some theme park news. Super excited. I'm not sure if I can hold this in any longer. So without further ado, let's bring our friends on. Today, we have our friends from Freaks of Halloween Horror Nights. We have Haery and Krysti on. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Thank you both for joining me this fine Wednesday evening.
Wait, it's Wednesday?
It is Wednesday. Now, we're here today to talk about something very exciting, something that I know we've been looking forward to. I know a lot of other people have been looking forward to, and there's been all kinds of like speculations and fun things. But we finally got an announcement from Universal Studios, an official announcement for Epic Universe. Dun, dun, dun. Can we all just rejoice for a moment and say how wonderful this is?
It's epic.
It's I love a pun. It is epic. They've released some concept art, which I'm going to show you guys. We're going to kind of chat about a little bit, give you, our thoughts and kind of spread our excitement. Because this park is going to be, as Haery said, pretty dang epic. So for those of you that are not into reading blogs and just kind of like to listen to podcasts or see videos, Universal announced some details for Epic Universe. It's opening in 2025. We don't have a firm date yet. We just know it's going to be next year sometime. So with that being said, hold on to your annual passes if you got them. Because I'm sure they're gonna change that probably. I'm hoping anyway. Would be lovely to include the new park. I don't see why they wouldn't, or maybe offer a fourth option to go with it. If not, then a single park ticket it is for me.
Most likely, I could see them definitely adding, the fourth park option, for sure.
I would hope so. But hey, we don't know yet. That's just what I would wish. Just saying.
Do you have a 3-park already, or?
Right now I have Studios and I have Islands of Adventure. I do not have Volcano Bay. I have not been to Volcano Bay yet. I need to remedy that hopefully this spring or summer. What about you guys?
You want to
I
go
have
first,
the
Kristen?
2 park as well. So yeah, I have been to Volcano Bay before though, and it's beautiful. It's awesome.
I also have the 2-park. Never had a 3-park, and never been to Volcano Bay either. So I think we should rectify that together and go hang out one day and just relax and chill, and all of us can just go as a group and have some fun.
Oh, we totally should. We should get a bunch of us together and just go and maybe get a cabana and just have a chill day and ride some slides.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, so
Yes.
That would be so much fun. I'm totally in.
perfect.
Now, Christy, you've been already. Are you a big fan of it?
I do really like it. So I don't like tend to like go swimming a lot, so that's why I only have the 2 park. But I really loved it, and I've thought about getting a 3 park just because it's a beautiful water area, and I really like the tapu tapu system that they have, where you're not waiting in any of the really long lines. It's a really cool system that they have there.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard good things. I like the wristband with the tapu tapu. I think that's great. That makes it easier, I'm sure, for waiting, in lines for some of the slides, because I'm sure those lines get long, especially like once it's the dead of summer.
Yeah.
100%.
Very cool. Now, let's just switch this back to Epic. They released some details about Celestial Park, which is one of the park's 5 immersive worlds featuring exciting attractions and dining and shopping and all of this stuff within the heart of Epic Universe. And I've got this picture that I'm going to share with you guys. It's beautiful. Like, the concept art that they've got and that they've released is so pretty, and it's a good mix, I think, of like IOA and Studios almost. If you look at the design, I can't wait to see this in person.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I totally agree. Like, I think it's going to be just a nice place to go relax and just chill, walk around. We need more, as I think somebody said, putting the theme or the park more back in theme park. So like it's just gonna blow us all away, I'm sure. And it's got the coaster in there and a few rides and everything. But just walking into that entrance from I'm looking at the photo on my phone is it's beautiful. Like you can't say enough about it. It's epically beautiful. I mean, so
The details are immaculate. Even like when you get into the Celestial Park, which I'm going to switch over to that image real quickly. It's gorgeous, and the way that it is it's going to have acres of rolling gardens and waterways and strolling pathways. I'm so excited to see how they do this and what they do with it. It's been a long time coming since Universal has built, an additional park that's, geared more towards rides, not necessarily the water rides. But it looks like it's got some astronomical and mythical elements to it. It looks like, guests are going to be kind of able to relax and take a stroll and just kind of take it in. So I think that's going to be huge, right? It feels like it's going to be an area where you can just kind of like go and just kind of chill out if you need to get away from the hustle and bustle of the different lands that they're going to have available at this new park.
Yeah, it does feel, you mentioned this park being, having some elements of IOA and USF in it, and this Celestial Park does feel very port of entry to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's like where you're starting your adventure, and it's where you're branching off into all the different locations. But what I really love about it is that it's a whole entire experience in and of itself. You've got dining, you've got attractions, you've got shopping, and all the pretty things to walk around, all within this entry area, which I think is so amazing.
Yeah, like to your point, IOA, even in IOA, like when you first walk into IOA, there's that little bit of shopping there, right? You just get like almost a taste of it. And even when you walk into Studios, it's got, the two gift shops. So again, you get that little bit of taste of it. So Celestial Park feels like it's going to be more immersive and have a lot more to offer in that entry type way than the other two existing parks do.
Exactly, exactly. Your adventure is starting right away, which is really cool.
it's almost like a park within a park.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like it's within both. Is that a chance sighting?
Yeah, she's getting ready to go to bed, so she came in to say goodnight.
Aww. So I
So
had
for those of you who don't know, yeah, this is Chance, and yeah, she is named after the iconic HHN Chance. So say hi. Say mwah, mwah, mwah. Is that a kissy?
she's the perfect princess.
Say goodnight. Say bye bye. Say mwah. All right, go mom, go to bed.
Back there, that's fine.
Oh. Bye, Tinky. Daddy loves you. Good night. Bye bye. Raven. Bye bye. All right.
Back to business. I love her. She's like the cutest baby. She really is.
Be interesting to see what the next one brings.
Yes. Hopefully good things. So if you guys don't know, Harry and Jennifer are expecting a second little munchkin.
Yeah. So it should make the rest of this year interesting for theme parks and stuff like that. So, but
I mean, theme parks aside, you're going to be a busy man. Let's
Yeah.
let's be honest about that.
2 under 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
I mean, heck, by the time like that little one's born and growing, like she'll be ready to dive right into Epic Universe.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So are you guys, so for the Celestial Park area, what are you most exciting for? Are you excited for like the shopping elements or the dining elements? Like what are the things that are kind of sticking out to you the most? And there's also like a roller coaster adventure too. So I mean, there's a slew of stuff in here.
Well, I'm most looking forward to the roller coaster that you mentioned, Starfall Racers.
Yes.
I think it sounds really cool. A dual launching coaster and this inverted crisscross that they mentioned. I think they called it the Celestial Spin. I'm really interested to see what that looks like.
Yes, I do love a good coaster, so it's got me very excited. Because I mean, the existing two parks have some great ones, so this park's got a lot to live up to regarding coasters.
Yeah.
What about you, Harry? What are you looking forward to in that area?
As you know, for me, I mean, I really can't ride too many rides anymore.
I
But
know.
so eating is always good. So like dining is going to be interesting to see, and just hanging out in the park part of it, just relaxing, and you can go us locals. We can just go hang out and take it all, like you said, take it all in. So if it takes us a week or so, it'll be kind of fun just to see it. We're probably going to spend 2 or 3 days just in the first part when it opens, just to see it all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. And back to that ride perspective, like I'm looking forward to all of it. Let's be honest. So Starfall Racers sounds like it's gonna be awesome. There's also gonna be a Constellation Carousel, which I'm very excited to see what they do with that, and that's kind of like going to be the centerpiece for Celestial Park, where all ages can take that fantastical whirl aboard Constellations. Like, whoever wrote this, good job, Universal. You guys were like on it with your descriptions of that one. So that sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun. There's Astronomica, which is like a wet play area, which also doubles as a giant compass. So we all know Florida's hot. Like, it's hot, man. So I think that's going to be a nice refresher, especially for the kids to kind of enjoy. And then,
for sure.
All right, so we got those. What else do we got, guys? We have the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant.
I'm very excited for that.
Listen, anytime you mention any type of Asian cuisine, I am 100% in. Doesn't matter what it is. So this one is going to have authentic Chinese, Japanese, and Thai fare. It's going to be a full-service restaurant accented with neon dragons and ethereal lanterns. They think it's going to be like one of the must-eat locations. They've also got a couple of other dining restaurants in that area. The Oak and Star Tavern. That's going to be barbecue. There's Pizza Moon, obviously. Pizza, which is always a nice, quick and easy, especially for kids, for large families. For those of us that may not roll with the children, that Oak and Stars Tavern sounds like might be good, or the Blue Dragon even. So, I mean, they've got some really awesome food options that are going to be coming to the park as well.
And the Surf and Turf full-service restaurant Atlantic sounds really amazing, too.
There's so much, like, yeah. And Harry, to your point, like, me, man. I love to eat. Like, foodies. Yeah. That's it.
Foodies know the deal.
It's like, that's the first thing I do. I look at the park and I'm like, oh, those rides are cool. What are we eating? What are we snacking on, guys? So, I mean, that's definitely going to be it sounds like it's going to be some good eats. Now, along with them talking about Celestial Park and some of the restaurants, they've also released what lands they're going to have. I don't know about you guys, but oh my God. Let's talk about some lands. I'm going to let you guys pick a land, and each of you, just pick one, talk about it. Harry, what land would you like to chat about? Which one has got you, like, hyped?
I don't know if I want to take the one Krysti wants. I already know what she's going to say as well. But...
We're probably going to say the same one.
Go for it, Eric. Go for it.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna say the same thing. It's obviously going to be the Dark Universe. It just looks amazing. In the description, I'm going to read it right off of here. It says, through a set of where did it go here? The Dark Universe, where they will encounter everything from the experiments of Dr. Victoria Frankenstein to a shadowy landscape where monsters roam in a world of myth and mystery. So that in itself, I mean, we're probably going to just spend like 6 months there. I don't know. We'll probably never leave.
Let's all be honest right now. We're not going to bother with the other lands for the first few months. We're going to all live in the Dark Universe because, like, that's our bag, right? That's got to be like our probably most anticipated land that's coming. And I mean, I can't wait to see what kind of rides they put in there. I'm sure they're going to shows maybe. I'm sure they're going to have food options because let's face it, you can't have a land and not have food options. That's got to Gotta definitely be a thing. All right, Krysti.
I was gonna say what was taken from us, the studios.
I'm still mourning the Monsters Cafe. Like,
So who knows? I mean, no.
I would love for them to bring it back in a fashion in
Yeah.
Epic. I would imagine that they would have some kind of awesome themed restaurant in that area. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. So that should be pretty awesome. I'm excited to see what type of ride they put in there because it's looking like, all the lands, of course, are going to have rides. So I'm excited to see what they're going to place in that area and how they're going to kind of tie all that in. So I'm chomping at the bit for more announcements. Even though we got this lovely giant announcement in from Universal yesterday, I still I'm like the kid at a buffet. I want more.
They leave you on suspense, so that way you're just gonna keep talking about it over and over for the next however long, actually year and a half or whatever. I think it's kind of cool that they actually did that. Like they gave us a little bit, and then they're gonna release so much every maybe a few months or whatever it's gonna be. But I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, agreed. Krysti, do you have a secondary land that you're looking forward to aside from the Dark Universe?
Absolutely. Super Nintendo World. I'm really excited to see that, come to fruition in Florida. I have gotten to see it out in California, and it's just there's so many moving parts to it, and everything's so big and awesome and immersive, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it in what I presume will be a bigger space since Florida versus California, there's more available space here. Yeah. So, but I'm really excited about that.
I think that's going to be awesome. And that one reads as guests will enter the iconic green pipe and discover a new way to play as they step into the worlds of beloved characters like Mario and Luigi, Princess Peach, and Donkey Kong. So I'm excited. I've seen, I know you've seen it in person. I've seen videos of the rides in, what is it? I want to say Tokyo and California, and it looks very interactive, and the rides look very cool. So I'm hoping that we get, some similar stuff over here. I'm definitely very excited.
Yes.
And just like the themed food and all the little options like that. Because what did they just open in California? I always forget the name of it.
The Power Up Cafe.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, and stuff like that from the photos I've seen and some of the different options you can order in there. They hit it out of the park. I mean, Universal usually always hits it out of the park whenever they do something. So.
Well, they did say that they're gonna have a Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweet Shop.
Ooh.
So I can imagine the kind of goodies that they're gonna have in this shop, and I'm here for it because that's gonna be amazing. And of course, the retail outlets. First of all, I can't imagine the merch that they're going to have for these lands, for, the Dark Universe, as well as for Super Nintendo. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Today. Pre-sell at Universal. I'll buy it.
And since you brought up merchandise, you can order, I believe there's an Epic Universe t-shirt on the Universal website, Universal Orlando merchandise site.
Oh, nice. I did not notice that. That's pretty awesome.
So, yeah, I saw I don't know. HH Encrypt, I believe, posted that. So.
Oh, nice. Well, shout out to those guys. Thanks for that. That's pretty awesome. Now, Nintendo World's going to be rad. Dark Universe is going to be rad. My husband and myself are big fans of How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. So we both were very excited. It's going to be set in the Isle of Berk, where guests can soar with dragons in a colorful world filled with Viking adventures based on the wildly popular How to Train Your Dragon film franchise. Yeah, I love dragons. The husband loves dragons. JD, we're both very, very excited for this land. Very excited to see the rides that we're going to have for this. I can't wait. I love the movies. I think they're adorable. The TV show is just as cute, like the series. I don't know if you guys are fans of How to Train Your Dragon or not.
I haven't seen it before. I need to do some prep.
Man, they're cute. They're definitely, definitely kidsy. There's a little adult humor as they slide into these kids' movies, but it's a very cute one, and it's one that he and I had kind of watched a few times. So we're excited to see what they do with that land as well. Because if you watch the movies at all, visually it's stunning.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious how they're going to incorporate that into the theme park world. And it looks like they're going to all be those little portals, right?
Yep.
So, like, Nintendo's got its own portal with the pipes. You know, so I'm curious to see how they transport you into each land. On top of that, we've also got more Harry Potter. I mean...
We already know.
Are we surprised? Let's be honest. Were any of us surprised that there was going to be more Potter?
No.
It does sound cool, though. I mean,
which, you know, Diagon Alley is one of the most immersive theme park lands I've ever seen. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with for the Ministry of Magic.
And the best air conditioning. Just saying.
That's so true.
I mean, just reading 1920s Paris. I mean, that I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds cool in itself, right there.
So this is, Ministry of Magic. Guests will discover a different era of the wizarding world in an all-new land that blends, as Harry said, the 1920s Wizarding Paris from the Fantastic Beast series with the iconic British Ministry of Magic. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do as far as, you know, I'm assuming they're going to have, like, maybe some French cuisine, maybe some British, just because of where it's located, I would think. I'm excited to see what kind of rides they're going to have.
Yeah, definitely.
And how they're going to throw that in. I mean, listen, if they want to just throw coasters into, like, all of these, I'm in. I'm very, very much in. So, I mean, that's going to be... I like Harry Potter. I think it's cool. I'm excited to see what they do with the new park. Each park in IOA as well as studios is very unique. The theming is beyond amazing. Mm-hmm. Like what they've done with it, and I have very high hopes for this park.
Yes.
Because I feel like at this point we all know full well what Universal can do. And what their team can do, and what they can build, and what they can create, and it's going to be, I feel like, something that is going to set the new bar for theme parks.
Yeah, like 100%. I mean, this has been, 5 years in the making so far?
Yeah.
So, they always know, like I said, what they're doing when they're adding stuff, and they usually can figure out, like, what's popular, what's really going to hit hard with everybody, and I think these five lands are just going to, like you said, it's just going to blow us away. It's going to be mind-blowing just walking through there for the first time and trying to take it all in. You know,
it's going to be sensory overload for sure. Yeah. And I mean, we kind of, I know we all hoped, like, when we started seeing the other parks, like the other Universal properties getting, like, Super Nintendo, I know everybody in Florida was like, when are we getting it? Are we getting it? What about us? So that's kind of like a land that I feel like a lot of us have been clamoring for years, literally. So, I mean, I think that's going to be awesome. And Potter, everybody's, you know, that's a hot thing. Obviously, the books are very popular. The show, the series, you know, the films are all very popular. Everybody, Universal Monsters, my God.
Like an HHN all year round.
It's perfect. I'm in. I will live there. I will single-handedly fund that portion of the park with all of my money, I'm sure, with the amount I'm going to spend there. That's why I'm like, if Universal wants to, like, throw some merch out, like some pre-merch like they do with HHN when they're like, hey, here's a house announcement and a shirt design. I feel like they kind of need to do that with Epic. Because at that point, it could, you know, it would definitely be some extra income and give the fans kind of something to have, you know. Oh, I got the first T-shirt. I got that exclusive first run of them.
Yeah, like they do that, you know, those limited editions. Like once they sell out, that's it. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. So get your hands on it. What I'm really hoping is, because since you're speaking about merch, is that they make that, you know, front entrance tower thing that we saw some of the media outlets get yesterday.
Oh, it was so pretty. Kudos to anybody that got it. Like, good for you guys. I'm admittedly was very jealous because it was gorgeous. There's pictures all over the place. I know our friend Jackie from Super Enthused, she got it. Check her channel out. She's got, you know, that video, and that thing just looked epic. We're gonna epic pun the hell out of this thing.
Epically epic.
It is epically epic. So I mean, that would be really cool on a t-shirt as well. So I'm just saying, if anybody from Universal listens to this or watches this, there's some merch ideas for you. Just release a little bit like you do for HHN. Just saying.
Anything with the Phantom of the Opera on it, I'll buy it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'll just buy it. I don't even care. I'll just buy it. It's like the hype crowd, right? So when HHN, does the house announcement, they release that exclusive shirt for that short time. Yeah. It sells out immediately. And I feel like if they did that for the new park, it would be the same way. They would sell, like, they would make a mint just truly in just, like, t-shirts.
Because, we're running there as soon as it happens. We're buying everything, so.
Yeah. Immediately. Like, I have passes. I'm, like, 30, 40 minutes out. Like, I'll immediately just leave from work and head over there. And in fact, I've done it. I've done it for HHN merch. I'm like, that's a badass shirt. I got to go. And I just leave work, and I head over, and I grab it. So
we've done it for each other. So
yeah, I know. Give me that shirt. Right, exactly. Who's at the park right now? Because I need that shirt drop. So, I mean, I think that would be very smart if they did something like that. I fully endorse it and will financially support it.
100%.
Agreed.
But they've not only announced some of the rides and some of the restaurants and some of the lands, they've also announced some of their hotels they've dropped. And I've got a couple of pictures, and again, these are the pictures that came out, to some of the media folk, and we had gotten it, and there's a couple of different hotels. So what hotel should we start with, and who wants to take it? I'm going to throw that out to you guys.
You want to go for it, Krysti? I don't have anything for that.
Sure. Well, let's start with the one they announced yesterday, which is I may butcher this. I apologize. The Universal Helios Grand Hotel.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that. But this one there's going to be 500 guest rooms. I'm really excited about the fact that it's actually in the theme park with like a dedicated park entrance for these guests. I'm really curious to see how this all works logistically and like what kind of views are you able to see from this hotel. And like, I think this is just going to be a really cool vacation experience.
Absolutely. It's designed to kind of, the way that the description is from them, it's designed to transport guests to a world where the heavens and earth unite. They're only going to have 500 rooms available. They're boasting one-of-a-kind views. They're boasting that it's going to raise the bar for theme park innovation, which Universal, you guys do that anyway. Like, I mean, you really do. It's going to be amazing. I love, to your point, the dedicated entrance. I'm curious how that's going to work. Are they going to let, like, those hotel guests in? Is that going to be, like, early park admission?
I hope so.
Because that would be cool. It would make sense, other than having everybody, like, try to cram in all at once from different directions. So I think that looks awesome. Even from the pictures, it looks like it's going to be beautifully large, and I'm very excited to see that in person.
Yeah, and to see how it fits in with the landscape of the park, with knowing that this hotel is like a piece of Celestial Park. I'm really excited to see how that all works out.
Does anyone know, are they doing any reservations for this new hotel yet?
As far as I know, I don't believe for that one yet.
Okay. I know it's on their website, and they're like, it's opening. I'm like, that's great, but can I book a room?
The wait list. I mean, what the wait list is going to be on that.
Oh, the wait list on that's going to be insane. And like, I'm not upset about it. I'm very, very happy for Universal and what this park is going to do, not only for them, but for the area. And I mean, the Grand Helios is not the only one. Like, so this one, there are details that are going to be, additional details coming soon, but there are also 2 other hotels. There's a Universal Stella Nova Resort and the Universal Terra Luna Resort. So these 2, one of them, the Stella Nova, is opening January 21st of 2025, And the Terra Luna is set to open February 25th of 2025. So we have dates for those 2 new hotels. And those ones and the pictures, they have those beautiful like multicolored tiles that are up on there.
I was just gonna say, if you haven't driven by yet, you can drive down the street and see it. It's it'll take your breath away with just driving past it. Like the tiles on there are just so incredibly beautiful. I mean, it's just, and they are already accepting reservations for those 2.
Yes, you can call and book them. You can do it online. So these 2 will have early park admission. They do have accessible rooms for those of you that may need. The transportation is going to be via shuttle bus. So keep that in mind. The Nova Resort, that one opens January 25th of 2025. That's inspired by the infinite vastness of the unknown universe, where galaxies spiral ever outward, and unknown worlds revolve around unnamed stars. It has a very futuristic sound to it. So the concept art that is up on the Universal website definitely has that futuristic type feel. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. The Terra Luna Resort, I believe that one you can also make reservations for. So that one's another one that is up as of right now, and that one opens in February 25th of 2025. So they've already got dates for 2 of the hotels. The only ones that we're waiting on is the actual opening date for Epic Universe, and of course for the hotel that's going to be inside the park, which when I first read it, I didn't realize that hotel is going to be inside the theme park. Like, yeah. That's pretty rad. And that, I have a feeling that's probably going to sell out almost immediately.
Yeah, no doubt. Sure. I mean, we're going to try to get a room, right? Because the minute it goes on sale, we'll try and see what happens. But like you said, I can imagine probably within seconds, because it'll probably be backed up, and it'll be like when you try to get things at other parks where it says you're in queue line of 8,960 or something.
Oh, I'm not playing that game. I can't do it. I can't. Just can't.
We brought up that. So not only to imagine that, can you imagine like what how fast the park is going to reach capacity?
It'll be. Here's the thing. There's going to be good news and bad news to this, right? So like, I feel like Epic is going to hit capacity immediately, which is great news for anybody who gets in the park.
Yeah.
But also, for anybody that's in IOA or studios, those crowd levels are going to go down a bit. So for local folk or for folk that are even visiting, like, that's pretty awesome. So, I mean, it'll also give you guys a chance to explore those parks. Not saying that they're going to be emptied, not by any means, but the majority of the crowds, I feel like, are going to be in Epic Universe. And just really quickly, I looked at the reservations for the hotels, specifically the Stella Nova Resort. So these ones you can get and you can book now. Their starting price point is $138.42. That's for a standard double queen room. They've got your mobility accessible, which is great. They have a double queen pool view, which is $149. So I mean, it's price-wise, if you look at it in comparison to some of the other Universal or Orlando resorts, like, it's not bad. Like, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it's comparable to, like, Cabana Bay, Dockside, and Surfside. So there's a word for what those hotels are. I don't want to say cheaper, but there's a word for it. But, yeah, so it probably won't come with Express. I wouldn't imagine, like, Royal Pacific and Hard Rock and the Portofino Bay do.
Yeah.
But every one of their hotels is fabulous, and we've pretty much stayed in all of them except for Hard Rock. But
yeah, I have not stayed at Hard Rock. I've stayed at Cabana Bay. Aventura is still probably one of my favorite hotels so far that we've stayed at. That's kind of, I feel like that's more of like a adults hotel. Like, I don't see as many kids at that one, if that makes sense, oddly enough. But they've also got the rooftop bar, so I don't know.
The rooftop bar views are incredible.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
You can see both the parks. It almost looks like it's like a little almost like a little Lego set down there for you to play with or something. It's really cool up there. I love it up there.
Oh yeah, and I mean the daytime view is gorgeous. The nighttime view is beautiful because you get all the lights. You get the lights for Volcano Bay when that's lit up at night, and that looks gorgeous. So
If it's during HHN, you can see like the strobes and like some of the blowing. I don't know, it's just really cool.
Yeah, that's whenever we do HHN and we stay on property, we're Aventura every time. So it's nice.
We usually do Cabana Bay.
Nice.
But my favorite probably is Portofino. I love Portofino. I just love the look of it and the atmosphere, and it's just really nice there.
I've stayed at Portofino as well. That one's on the I guess higher end side of their hotels. Like that one's really nice. I do enjoy it. It's something that I would definitely do again.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my paycheck does not afford those things every time I would like to stay. So that's like a super special treat, if we do that. But looking at the second hotel, the Terra Luna, that's going to open up in February now, this one, the room rates are a little bit more. This also has a standard room, double queen. That one's going to start you at $165.79. Now, this is kind of like their early bird specials, right? Because it looks like their average pricing is going to run anywhere between $165 and $231 a night. Their double queen pool view is going to run from like $178 to $249. So I'm sure it's going to vary on like the time of year and busy season, which let's face it, every season is busy season for us. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Stops
anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, those two are available to book today. So if you wanted to, you could, which is great. It's good to have it in advance. It's tough because like we don't have the opening date for Epic yet, right? So it's like, well, what day do I book? Am I going to assume that it's going to be open in January? Do I assume it's going to be open in February? We don't know. Ideally, I would like it to be open New Year's Day and let's go, but
and they're also
2025.
One more year.
That was open in New Year's Day. Go ahead, Harry.
I was just going to say, and there is either one of those that you are staying at, there is shuttles and buses that will take you to Universal Orlando Resort as well.
Yes. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about driving or walking or any of that mess. You can just hop on the shuttle, which is kind of nice and relaxing, right? Like after you've had a long day at the park, you just pop on a shuttle, let them worry about getting you back to your hotel, enjoy the AC, enjoy having a sit down.
Because I mean, I will say, anytime we've ever stayed at a Universal property, we've never driven anywhere. We've never taken the car out once we parked. We're there for, even when it was like a week, one time we didn't leave because there's everything there. You got food, you got shopping, you got the ride, you got theme parks, you have whatever you need. I mean, the shuttles take your water taxis when you're on property at Universal Orlando Resort there. So, I mean, the water taxis are my favorite thing though.
Oh, they're the best. I love them. I will take those over taking the shuttle any day of the week. Personally, it gets you closer to the park.
Yep.
Which is nice.
Just relaxing, like just boat ride, so.
Yeah. And it's got the walkway too. Like most of the on-property hotels, like you can walk into the park. Some of them are a lot closer than others. With, the hotels closer to Epic, like honestly, you're probably not going to want to walk it. You're going to want to shuttle that bad boy because that's going to be a little bit of a hike for you. And especially after a long day of walking the theme parks, the last thing you're going to want to do is walk some more.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. After all the things that they've announced thus far, I'm so excited for everything. Like I can't pick one thing that I'm more excited over another. What about you guys? Is there anything special that you're looking forward to the most out of all the announcements that they've made? That's a tough one. It's tough.
I'm gonna probably just always say, for now, Dark Universe. I just want to live in the dark, so I think it's gonna be a perfect place to be. Like for any of, most of us freaks and dead girls out there, we wanna be in the dark. So
we do. I just want shade. I want epic shade, an epic universe.
Epic shade.
So here's a little.
Don't throw any epic shade.
No throwing epic shade. I want there to be epic shade to hide from the sun.
Could you imagine this, like the portal is a haunted house?
Oh, that would be so cool. If they took like the previous houses from
No.
HHN and kind of combined them and threw them as a portal, that would be cool.
Or even if you just had pieces on the walls, I mean that'd be kind of cool going through there.
I'm sure they're gonna do something aesthetically pleasing when you go,
Yeah.
in through each portal into each land. And I'm chomping at the bit. We're less than a year if you think about it. We're what, January 31st already. February is like tomorrow, so they've got this park to be open, and I don't think it's going to be open January 1st. Would it be great? Absolutely. But let's be realistic here. Things take time, and theme parks take time. And yes, they've been working on it a while. But I'd be curious as to what they've got in store for their opening dates. And looking at the two dates of the two hotels that they have ready, it may give you a rough idea, but that hasn't been announced yet. So I'm curious to see when that's going to happen.
But kudos to them because if I remember correctly, didn't they say 2025 when they first announced it?
They did. So they've stuck to that time frame of being open sometime in 2025, and that's a big undertaking.
Even with COVID hitting and knocking it down for they halted for what, like a year, didn't they?
At least, yeah, because they had, I mean, all their their engineers, all of their people that were working on it, their behind the scenes folks, their prop builders, their set builders, all their scenic folk, like, they literally stopped like everybody for a good year, just like the whole world did, let's be honest. So I mean, for them to have to put that kind of pause on it and still be able to meet that 2025 deadline that they're saying it's pretty epic.
It's totally epic, right?
Totally epic.
It's totally
We all have to give props and kudos to Universal. I mean, definitely for giving us a date, sticking to it, and through everything that there's been, the struggles, the challenges, and everything that we've had as a world. Life goes. It just doesn't never stops, and they stuck to it. They're going to give it to us, and it's going to be epically beautiful, as we've talked before. And I just can't wait. I mean, we're just going to be more blown and blown away as the year goes, and the more stuff we get, the more information we get, the more things they tell us. And like you said, we're just going to sit around drooling until we get every little bit of information. And in the meantime, though, we still have the studios. Mardi Gras is coming up, and HHN.
Yep.
We have all these. We got what I think the one in Vegas opens. Is it next year? It opens, or is it this year? Next year?
Yeah.
I think it's next year. Yeah, I think it's next year.
I want to say it's next year also.
So we'll have that too next year as well. I mean, so there's tons of things to look forward to, especially next year, even this year as well. I mean, so it's just going to keep us moving along and keep us going and guessing and having fun and just whatever. It's a great time to be a theme park enthusiast, and we haven't seen anything like this. Like we've said, probably almost 25 years or whatever.
Yeah, it's a It's a great time to live in Florida. It really, as far for theme parks and the like, it really is, and it's awesome. Like, we're getting a whole new park. Like other parks in various states, they've gotten an additional land or maybe some rides, but we're getting like a true blue park.
Yeah.
So that's pretty epic. That's pretty awesome.
But Krysti, what is your biggest thing though? Like, what are you thinking?
Oh man. Of course I'm looking forward to Dark Universe. But I am so thrilled that we're getting a new theme park. I'm so thrilled that this theme park is so the worlds are so varied. You have Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon at one end of the spectrum, and then you have Dark Universe all the way at the other end of the spectrum. So there's really it doesn't matter what group you're going with. There's a world that's going to really appeal to every single person in that group. And I'm expecting this park to be filled with incredible attractions and even perhaps more importantly, incredible visuals. And I think I'm really just excited for the whole thing. I think it's going to be really just I think it's just going to be a groundbreaking thing that they have coming here and will really affect the landscape of Orlando attractions.
Yeah. And I mean, if you guys want a more in-depth look at some of the images that Universal's put out, go to their website, check it out, Universal Orlando Resort. They've got pretty much everything up there that we've talked about. They have, the concept artwork for the hotels, for the rides, for the park itself, for everything. Make sure that you check that out. Book a hotel room. I mean, jump on it. Why not? Be one of those like first people to check out, the 2 hotels that are available. Book it. Stay there. I'm sure they're going to be, the Universal Resorts are great. I'm sure these ones are going to be just as fantastic. Get on that. And yeah, dude, it's going to be amazing. And again, kudos Universal. Also, dude, they're still doing construction at the existing parks.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what they're actually doing, and I'm not even going to speculate on that, but let's be real, like, they flat out are tearing down sections in their existing park, and they're replacing it with, who knows, they'll announce it at some point. But not only are they building a new park, but they're also updating and adding to their existing parks.
We do have DreamWorks coming to Universal Studios Florida.
Yes.
The sign is beautiful. We saw it yesterday for the first time. The sign is really beautiful out front of there. It's also a photo op, I believe, as well right now.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, but like you said, I think they're sprucing up the other parks, and making them so when Epic opens, obviously everything's going to click and fire. So you're going to want to visit all 3, or 4, 4 now coming, but it's just going to be like a magical time. I don't know, like you better come here preparing to stay 2 or 3 weeks to see it all. Because it's going to take you a minute, especially at Epic, because to me it looks like 5 theme parks in one.
It really does.
Yeah. So
it really does. It'll take you a day to do, Celestial Park, a day to do Wizarding World, a day to do Super Nintendo, a day to do, How to Train Your Dragon, a day to do Dark Universe. Like, take your time, right? That's the thing. If you're coming to visit any of the Orlando theme parks, take a day and visit each park. It's really worth it, and you get the most out of it at minimal a day. Keep in mind, there's a couple you can go to, twice a day, but, particularly the Universal parks, take a full day and just enjoy it and take your time and take all the pictures. Oh my God, make all the memories. Like, we're local. We forget about that kind of stuff, right? Because we just see it all the time and we don't really think much of it. But for folks that are coming to visit, like, you guys don't see this on a Tuesday because you're bored and decide to go to a park.
Yeah. Has as they say, I guess we can change it a little bit, but make those universal moments, but we can make those epic moments.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Hashtag epic moments.
There it is.
That's right. You heard it here first. We're gonna coin that. We're gonna co-coin that one. Freaks and Horror Happenings is hashtag epic moments for.
And I was gonna say my favorite one you ever came up with was hashtag scare conditioning. That's still my favorite. So
listen, scare conditioning is a thing. For those of you that don't know, let me explain scare conditioning for a moment, okay? It's hot in Florida, as we all constantly say and we all know. The best part about HHN is going into the houses because they have some of the best air conditioning in the park. So not only do you get scares, but you get some AC. So scare conditioning. You're welcome. Feel free to hashtag it.
Put it around the nation. Get it out there. Come on, let's make a trend on Twitter.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt that just says hashtag scare conditioning, and if you get it, you get it. That's 3 people are gonna get it, and that's fine. That's all that matters.
I'll wear it. So hey, yeah, we can even make them here. It doesn't matter. It's okay. I'll definitely wear one.
Boom. Let's do it. Scare conditioning. But is there anything else that you guys wanted to add regarding Epic Universe and the announcements that we've gotten from Universal Studios?
I was just gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but being somebody who's lived in Florida pretty much my entire life, born and raised, it's been nice. I've gotten to see obviously Universal Studios Florida open. I was there for the pre-party. I still remember bits and pieces of that. From the days of when they first opened, nothing worked. To getting return tickets to come back and then seeing everything when it did. To Islands of Adventure opening, seeing that. Now being here for Epic as well. It's just incredible. It's like all the memories you've made over the past 30 something years. It's just things you always remember, just the small things here and there about everything. And the team members are always awesome and amazing, so they always give you those moments that you truly desire. They're always on beat. I've never had like a bad time with a team member at Universal. So but yeah, I don't know, have you guys seen all the parks open? Have you guys lived here pretty much forever? And
I have not. I am a transplant. I'm from upstate New York. I moved down here when I was a teenager, so that was 30 years ago, roughly. All right, 30 years ago. I'm 43. Let's be real. So it was like 30 years ago. So I mean, I did get to experience rides like Back to the Future and King Kong and Jaws and some of the greats that unfortunately aren't a part of Universal anymore. So I've gotten to see the evolution of the parks. And they've taken on a new direction with some of the rides. Some of them I love, some of them not so much. And that's okay because we all have our loves and our dislikes, but I still support it and I will still ride the rides, even the ones that I'm not a giant fan of, because I have friends and family that come down that, want to go to the park and they want to experience those things. And I want to experience it with them because I feel like doing that, it's almost like you get to see it for the first time again through somebody else's eyes. And I think that that's important. And we forget that feeling. So even though I wasn't born here, I was practically raised here. So it's nice to see the changes, and it's nice to be able to say that, you know what? Yeah, I was here when they opened Epic Universe.
You were here when they opened Islands too then, right?
I was not. I came right after Islands.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was here for Islands.
Yay!
You weren't here for the studios, though.
I was not. I don't remember the studios, but I was. But Islands, I remember the little preview center that they had over by the Mummy in Universal Studios, and getting to go inside and like seeing all the different exhibits that they had for each island, and having that hype, which was really cool.
That's awesome.
Speaking on that real quick before we forget, but I believe in the press release as well, it did state that there is going to be an announcement later on this year for a Epic Preview Center coming to Universal Orlando, so stay tuned for that as well.
I'm ready. Open it tomorrow.
Agreed. But going back to like what you were saying, it's just, spending so much time at these places, and people are like, well, I don't get it. I'm like, a lot of people don't get it because when you take 35 years of your life or whatever and you spend it at like Disney or Universal or wherever, it's part of you. Like going to HHN for the last 26 years, it's a part of me. Like it's more to me than just what it is, an event or a place. It's where we meet people and friends and family, and like you said, people come from all over the place. So those people that come from around the world, we may only see them when we go to a theme park or something like that.
Yeah. So
that's where the connections come in, and where everything just gets special. And it's not always about the rides and the stuff. It's about the atmosphere and the people. The people is like the number one thing. Family is obviously always number one. So, and like our friends are our family. That's why I say family, because my friends are family. So
absolutely.
But so it's going to be great. Just be able to, like, hopefully all of us can go to Epic when it opens together, so we can all see it and experience it for the first time and get reactions from each other, and
fighting the crowds together.
Yeah,
getting through it together, because it's going to be crazy, but I'm excited for it. And I love it's like opening night of HHN, right? When you go and there's that excitement and the air is just electric because everybody's there and they're ready to have a good time and to experience the things. I feel like we're going to have that feeling times like 100 when Epic opens, and we all park in that parking lot for the first time or take the shuttle over and we see that beautiful opening area, Celestial Park and the rest of the lanes. It's just it's gonna be magic.
Absolutely.
And going under suggestions for Universal, if you ever do have an expansion maybe for Epic, you could maybe think of Retroland. I mean, we were just talking about Jaws and Back to the Future, and Kong. Confrontation is my favorite ride, always will be. I just love riding that. That was incredible. I could cry every time I walk by and it's not there. But I did love the Mummy as well when I could ride roller coasters. But that would be an awesome land to have Retroland.
And listen, I'm gonna throw it back even further. Bring back the Alfred Hitchcock experience.
Yes.
There's something for you. There's a little something for you. Good luck finding footage on that. It's tough, but it's out there. But man, that Alfred Hitchcock experience, that is my first time at Universal.
Yep.
That is one of the things that I remember the most was that experience. The chocolate syrup. It was, and they had like the fake victim that they would pull on stage, like they just pick somebody out and do it. I mean, it was awesome. So Retroland would be rad. So just saying, Universal, hear us out.
we'll come in and help you design it if you need to. It's fine.
I will do it for like half the cost of your designers. I still need to get paid.
I'll do it for free. I mean, whatever you got. I mean, I just want
Harry, stop undercutting me, all right? Stop undercutting me over there.
Just take passenger everywhere for free with VIP or something. So when we walk on, we just show a badge and we go or whatever. But.
Yeah, I'll take that. I would take that. But that would be. I mean, that would be pretty damn awesome if they did something like that. But I think I'm excited. I'm excited to see you guys, your reactions to the new park when you guys see it for the first time. My husband's my own. I'm going to be like, I have a feeling we're all going to be like kids in candy stores. Like, we're not going to know which way to run, which way to look, what to see first. Like, we're all going to have ADD immediately. And it's going to be the best thing ever.
Well, kind of one of the other, being content creators or whatever we call ourselves. That's the other thing is like when you go in there, do you plan on, both of you guys, do you plan on taking anything with you to record the first times, or are you just going to kind of go in and feel it?
Honestly, I'm on the fence about it, but also I did it with HHN this year. When I went into HHN this year, opening weekend, I recorded nothing.
Okay.
I went in and I enjoyed it and I had a great time because I wasn't worried about getting content. And it's stressful in a way to do that, to try to want it. You want to be the first, right? You want to be the first one in and the first to break the exclusive and to show everybody the things. And I do want to do that. However, I'm not doing that my first day. I've already made that decision. The first day, I want to go. I want to enjoy it. I want to have the best time. My second visit, record everything. But that first visit, I honestly just want to be present in the moment. I'll take pictures. I'm not going to lie. Pictures will happen. I'll probably end up taking a couple of videos at some point, but I'm not going to do a full vlog that first visit because I feel like, in a way, it takes a little bit away from that experience for me.
The magic. Yeah, the magic.
What about you guys?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know.
Tough. It's tough.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough. Man. Harry, I'm tagging you in.
To be honest with you, like I'm gonna say this to you now. Like, I mean, obviously a year and a half or whatever, how long it's gonna be, we have no idea. But it gives us a lot of time to think. But for me, I will take my phone. I mean, definitely, I'll probably take my camera. But I'm just gonna I only take photos with my camera. So, and then my phone, I'll probably just grab little clips here and there. Yeah. I'm not like what you said, Erica. I'm not gonna go overboard. It'll just be like little, maybe enough to make a couple reels, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
I wanna enjoy the magic, especially because we'll have two little ones that are basically, a year. One will be a little over 2, and then the other one will be like a year and a half. And I just want to enjoy it with them. So like, if we all go together, we do whatever we do, and maybe in the second day we all go together and we do that type of thing or whatever. And who knows, by then maybe we'll have a big partnership and we'll be doing some crazy things. And but yeah, we just want to enjoy the magic. Like I think that'll be the best thing for all of us, is just to get in there. And I know the fans and our followers want to see everything, but
and I mean, we want to share it. Like, let's be honest. Like, we do want to share it, but it's okay for us to take some moments for ourselves and to bask in that, to your point, that magic. Because you only get that magic once.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it a second time. Like, your first look is always magical, when it comes to things like this. And I feel like we all need to embrace that magic, and we need to enjoy that. And for just a moment, a moment, put the full board to the side for an epic moment.
Yeah, I think the first one through will just be, I would pretty much be just following my kids and taking photos of them and stuff like that, and just seeing their reactions to stuff, because it'll be obviously like their first park opening, so just something they'll remember forever. I wish back in the days we had more technology like we have now, but I mean back then we had maybe some old camcorders and some old cameras that had old film, and if something you opened up sunlight, it got ruined, and I don't even know where any of those photos are. So I mean, it gets thrown away. There's no backups. There's no saves. I mean, so once they're gone, they're gone. But,
yeah, it's not like now. It's a very different.
Quadruple anything in 2 seconds. But but yeah, I think that should be our plan going as forward as for that. I mean, then we'll probably stick to that and just enjoy it.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and chatting about the upcoming Epic Universe with us. And for folks who are not yet following you, how do they find you guys? Where do they go? What do they do? How do they stalk it internet wise, not in person? Weirdos on the interwebs.
Go for it, Krysti. I'll let you spout it out.
So what we're on everything. We're on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, under Freaks of HHN. You can follow us on all of those social medias. You can also go to our website, freaksofhhn.com, to read our regularly updated attraction blog.
Including that epic blog that Krysti wrote, which is incredible. So everything you need to know is basically there too as well. So,
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again, and thank you everybody for tuning in and to give us a listen. And in your comments, let us know what you're looking forward to in Epic Universe. What are the things that you're excited to see the most? When are you planning to visit? Are you planning to visit later in 2025? Try to get there at Park Open. Let us know down below. Thank you, Haery. Thank you, Krysti, for joining us. And until next time, boys and girls, keep it spooky. Bye.
Bye.